That was the morning move.
Awful night again.
We have to move like twice a day.
It's just going round and round in circles, and you just have to keep moving across the bay.
Yeah. We had a terrible night last night.
Surface mariners under 005 in accordance with Bermuda health regulations due to the spread of the coronavirus. All vessels arriving from foreign ports are required to report to Bermuda Radio on VHF channel 16 upon entry into territorial waters. Ships are required to have completed a health declaration prior to pilot boarding, and yachts will be required to report evidence of sickness on board to Bermuda Radio and be prepared to complete a health declaration upon arrival, with all vessels being subject to a 14-day quarantine.
So do you want to tell our followers what the crisis was all about yesterday?
Well, after we had a little crisis with the yacht over here, this wreck of a cruiser, we didn't have any navigation equipment at all. Everything packed up, so that was wind speed, log, depth, AIS, everything went, and the alarms were all going off. So with a little bit of help from Facebook, we managed to work out that it was actually the cable that goes down to the log in the bottom of the boat, and the echo sounder there, and that cable had packed up, got shorted out. So it took quite a long time.
Yeah, you've been working on that since yesterday.
Yeah. But I have managed to trim the end off the cable, cut it off, and just chocky-block it together with another end, and it's working. So it's a bulge, it's not great, we'll have to get a new cable.
Oh, we have to get a new cable still.
Yeah, we'll still have to get a new cable, yeah. But for now it's working, which is great. So we're not moving, but we've got 11 metres of water under us, and we've got the AIS working. So
it's scary not having instruments, isn't it?
It's scary not having any instruments at all. Yeah. As we knew we were going to be anchored for 2 weeks in St George's Harbour, we had decided to put 2 anchors down in tandem. This means an extra anchor is connected to the head of the main anchor with 6 feet of chain. This works well, but it can be complicated to deploy. You have to get the first anchor on the seabed, then lay out the chain to the main anchor. The danger is it all lands up in a pile on the seabed and will not hold.
That was the morning move.
Awful night again.
We have to move like twice a day.
It's just going round and round in circles, and you just have to keep moving across the bay.
Yeah. We had a terrible night last night.
Hello there, my name's Simon Fowler. I'm a British citizen with my wife Carla, and we're basically in Bermuda at present. And we have a little bit of an issue, and I'm wondering whether you could give us any help or advice, or see if you could seek some clarification. We basically arrived from the Bahamas 17 days ago by yacht.
Where you can cross the harbour to get to a dinghy dock, where you can then go to the testing facility on foot.
So we were sitting here.
We were making plans, weren't we?
Yeah,
we decided.
Our plan was just leaving next week.
Yeah, we decided we're going.
Yeah.
And we were just sort of sitting here, and then we heard the radio blast out. Ocean Fox, this is Bermuda Radio. And anyway, the guy said, do you want to go and have your test done for COVID-19? Now. So we were there, like we were there.
Yeah, it was just
straight.
Yes.
So we've now been tested for COVID-19, and even though
they did both tests, the swab and the blood one.
So now we have to wait, what, 24, 48 hours
For up to 48 hours
for the results?
for the results, and we can go ashore. Hopefully,
can go ashore.
gosh, I don't know how long it's going to take the process to.
Oh, I think they've accepted it now. There was enough emails going around. I think they accepted it. But
Hello, Mr. Fox. This is Bermuda Radio. I haven't been advised that you have clearance to move the vessel round to Somerset as of yet. Have you got that in writing from anyone over?
I've got an email from the 13th of May from Scott Simmons saying that we have to advise you of any movement and the location of where we're going.
Yeah, that's great. As I say, I don't have any information as to whether you are cleared to move. I have followed this up with customs. It's obviously health would have the final say. So I can't see it being a problem, but I haven't got any information on the fact that you're cleared to move around the island. So.
Bermuda Radio, this is Ocean Fox, over.
Yeah, Ocean Fox, this is Bermuda Radio. I've spoken with customs. I'm not sure if they've had anything directly back from health, but they have said you'll be fine to move round to Somerset as you planned, provided we have your contact details.
Okay, that's good news. And
They didn't get any information from health department. It was just they made a decision here because we have been making such a fuss on this thing, and they are just afraid of telling us no again, aren't they? That's my feeling. Really, that's ridiculous. But we really have been on the top of this, so I don't think they want to say no again. So they're letting us go to Somerset.
I think they've lost the will with it as much as we have.
Yeah. I was so disappointed now. I really was disappointed. I was just...
First time in 3 weeks, we're moving. Yes! So after nearly 3 weeks sat at anchor in Georgetown, we're finally been allowed to move. It's been very frustrating the last week, having given us 2 weeks quarantine, and then we never realised that we were going to not be able to move after that. And it's taken quite a lot of effort on behalf of everybody, not just us, but on behalf of the Bermuda authorities as well, to get us allowed to move. So they've just given us the okay, although I don't think it's been rubber stamped, so we're doing it immediately.
Before they get a chance to say no, you
Yeah.
can't go.
Yeah, that's it. So,
We learn on this journey that it has to be like that. This one is always our lifesaver.
yeah.
So we are trying to hold the boat for the tropical storm that is coming. It kind of changed a bit directions and is coming through Bermuda. So we are trying to hold the boat on these 3 mooring buoys here. So if the wind comes from there, It won't go against the key. Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video.
Yeah, and we had a couple of little technical things going on there.
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that we were stuck in quarantine, when all the Ray Marine stuff packed up, I got a little bit panicky actually.
Yeah.
And it was when I put the question on Facebook, and somebody came back. It was SV Destiny, and said, "I think it's a cable that goes down to the echo sounder." And true enough, once I disconnected that cable, everything else started to work. So that was creating some sort of short. And so, yep, I lobbed the end off, stuck another end on, and it's working for now.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a better repair. I'm going to solder it all together and then heat shrink
Well,
it.
it was too bumpy on the
Yeah,
anchorage, so you
yeah,
couldn't do
yeah.
it.
So I'll do a
Yeah.
better repair, and then
Yeah.
when we get to Portugal, we'll
It's
get a new
really
cable.
good. Some groups are really good because they really help
Yeah.
us to solve the situations where we don't have, any
Expertise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyone to
Yeah.
come on board to
No,
help us.
no.
Yes. Yeah.
And also the little demonstration I showed you there about anchoring with tandem anchors or 2 anchors out. Hope you found that interesting. We do it quite often now. When we
Yeah,
think there's going to be a
it's,
blow coming along,
yeah.
we don't take the risk. We just stick
No,
the other
we
anchor
just
down.
take, if we
Yeah.
think it's going to be over 40 knots, we just do it because we found the technique now to do it,
Yeah.
and it's going
It
easier.
goes well. Yeah.
It goes
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So eventually we managed to get out of quarantine, but
Oh
my word, it was a
God,
struggle.
That was a struggle. Because by the end of the time of quarantine, the 14 days, you already just desperate to go out.
Yeah.
And because you had 5 days on the journey plus the 14, so we are just getting ready to leave. And our hopes were really high to go out, and then we got the bad news.
There was a bit of sort of disappointment, really, wasn't there?
Yes, yeah, a big disappointment.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
And the guys really did help as much as they possibly could from Bermuda Radio.
They were helpful as they
yeah.
could be under the circumstances because they couldn't do more than that.
No.
It was up to health department,
Yeah.
really, wasn't it?
And
So-
Danny, the one operator, he actually came round to the other side of the bay and took us all the way to the clinic to have our swabs done. So, they did do as much as they possibly could.
They
and I
did.
also think the Bermuda authorities did
Yeah.
because they hadn't actually put in a protocol for it. That was the problem when
No.
we got round to it.
And when we called the embassy, kind of triggered the whole situation,
Yeah,
wasn't
it did. It did. It
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, thank you very much for following us. If you can leave your comment below, that would be very appreciated. And thank you very much. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.
Bye for now.
Bye.